What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today, we're going to have kind of a random video. I've got three things I'd like to accomplish in this video. I don't know if we're going to get them done or not, because you know how things can flip on a dime out here. The first thing I want to do is finish up the BMW 650i, because this thing, I am ready to send it down the road. In fact, I am ready. I'll probably come out with a video in the next few days of all the cars I'm getting rid of, because Thursday, I have I have 4 cars Thursday that are going to be sent off to ACV auctions, and I've got at least 4 or 5 more that I want to get sent as well. And I'm also going to send these things to Copart at the same time, while making sure that Copart understands that each car that gets listed is dealer only. I've had a lot of you ask me what's going on with the dealership, Randy. I wish I knew. Unfortunately, I missed my deadline to renew my wholesale dealership, because the state told me not to renew it because I would have my retail license. But here we are, November the 5th, and I haven't heard anything from the state. And when I contacted them to find out what was going on, they said they'd let me know. So we'll see what happens. Had a lot of you asking what is going on with the police officer. I think some of you got a little mad at me in that video. Whatever, man. It is what it is. Nothing. I haven't heard anything else from him. And honestly, I have nothing else to say to the guy. It's not my job to do his job for him. So let him do his investigating. And until I get a subpoena for court or a warrant comes out for my arrest, we'll figure it out from there. I'm honestly not worried about it, because I know I didn't do anything wrong. And at the end of the day, if somebody makes a mistake and I end up going to jail, well, it's great video for you guys and probably a winning lawsuit for me. So that's where we are on that. How is my dog? A lot of you have been asking, how's the dog Sugar? She surprisingly pulled through 100%. It was rough going for a few rough dad jokes. That wasn't even intentional. It just comes to me. Sugar is fine. For a few days, we thought she was going to die. She couldn't walk. She was falling over. Her head was she was doing this twitching thing with her head constantly. I mean, it was her front legs. And when she'd go to walk, instead of walking straight, her legs would start turning inwards. It was so bad. I took her to so many doctors. I spent over $3,000 in one day on medical exams. The MRI, a lot of you said you can't do an MRI on a dog. You can. You absolutely can, because I did it. I took her to a horse doctor in Edmond/Arcadia, Oklahoma, a specialist, and they actually are the ones that did the MRI for her. And that MRI was $2,500 for an MRI. And a lot of you were asking why. Half of you said you can't do an MRI on a dog. You can. And half of you said, why would you do an MRI on a dog? Well, dogs, are just like people in the sense that they have brains. And if they suffer trauma to their brain, then doing a scan can reveal bleeding or lumps or pressure, anything that's not supposed to be there, you can see. And they did with contrast and without contrast. And they told us they saw no trauma, no bleeding. So the idea that she had a stroke or something, or a bleeding vessel or something, like a blood vessel that burst, whatever, they said no. So they don't know what happened, but the guess is she must have gotten into something. Maybe she ate a Tylenol that was on the floor. Oh, wait a minute. No, we don't eat Tylenol anymore. I'm kidding. Maybe she picked up a medication that had fallen on the floor. I don't know. It's possible. Anything's possible. Maybe she ate a mushroom, some kind of a neurotoxin. We don't know. We had so much blood work done on her. Her blood work was completely fine. Everything was normal. And her MRI was fine. Everything was normal. So, and then suddenly, almost as quickly she got sick, she bounced right back. Now, she's good as new. She's absolutely good as new, so everything is good with her. So, how's my health going? I've had a lot of you asking what's been going on with you, Randy. I've been in bed again for the last 2-ish days. I tried to do my colon cleansing that I've been supposed to do for like the last month and a half and didn't do it. And it didn't work out very well. Well, colon cleansings are really never fun, are they? This is my first go around with it, but I'll keep it as friendly as possible. We'll get into working on these cars. It started working pretty well. I am supposed to take 1 capful of Miralax every hour on the hour until things start running clear. Well, they believe that I'm completely packed full of stuff. So in my case, this took a little while. It took about 4 hours after drinking glass after glass after glass after glass and drinking tons. They couldn't stress enough that I had to drink tons of water and Gatorades. I was just pounding down waters and Gatorades and just kind of sitting around waiting to see what happens. And nothing happened for quite a while. And then it started happening, and I kept pounding down those waters. By hour 7 on that, I was not going anymore. And instead, my stomach started feeling really bloated and full, and I started feeling sick. And before long, instead of things going, the way they're supposed to, I started vomiting quite a bit. I ended up jumping on ChatGPT and was like, what? That was not something that I was warned about could happen. ChatGPT said that if you are like severely constricted, compacted or something in there, that, yeah, you better stop immediately. And if vomiting doesn't stop pretty quickly, you need to go to the emergency room. So thankfully, the vomiting did stop. I had to stop my treatment for the colon cleansing at that point, and that was yesterday. I dealt with a lot of stomach issues into today, and that's why I'm out here late tonight, because I'm finally feeling better. So I'm gonna have to do the colon cleansing again, but apparently something was really backed up. Hopefully it's working its way out. Okay, now that we got all that out of the way, hopefully you guys are ready to work on some cars. All right, nothing major that I have planned in this video other than finishing this car. And when I say finishing, what I mean is the battery's dead again, BMW things. That's going to just have to sit overnight. I've got it on the charger. But the only thing that I have left to do, and I just tightened down the battery and I took the negative off so we could properly charge this AGM battery. I secured the battery back in because we'd taken it out in the past. I got a new taillight I want to get bolted in. And I think, unless, I got to get this writing off. Hopefully this writing comes off a little bit of this. This is Black Magic Bleach White. I'm here to tell you, this stuff cleans everything. I mean, you can use it on tires. I say this with a caveat here. You can use this on paint. I've never had it harm paint, but you cannot let it just sit on paint. Okay, same thing if you splash, you spray off your wheels and it splashes this stuff on your paint. Once it dries, this stuff it's like corrosive. It starts turning kind of crusty. So if you're gonna get this on your paint, get it on and get it off, and try not to do it in the sun. So what I do on stuff like this is I'll let it kind of sit there and soak for a minute, and it depends on what kind of writing this is, but 9 times out of 10 this stuff comes off. And I'll go ahead and start wiping this up, and it gets it on the rag. The rag gets good and wet. You just kind of see that, just kind of like that. And yeah, we'll have to get it again. You can also, if you don't want to use bleach white, and if you're comfortable with it, I'll show you the quickest way to get this stuff off. Okay, I am not responsible for anything you do. Just okay. You gotta do what you think is right, and I do what I think is right. I'm not responsible if you make a big mistake. Anyway, you could also spray some brake. Look at that, brake clean melts it, but brake clean you want to get off real fast. You know what I mean? Like, look at that. You want the brake clean off as quickly as possible. Then take the parts that's still soaked in your rag, and you can get all the little bits off that didn't come off before. This is my preferred method because it's so fast. This is super fast working. Just make sure you get it off of everything. This bumper, unfortunately, it also works to get scrapes off. See these scrapes here from it being bumped around during shipping and stuff? It takes like surface scratches, like where's paint transfer or whatever, takes it right off, man. This stuff is brake clean is another one of those kind of miracle chemicals there that does just about everything. Okay, next, I want to get this taillight installed. We're going to pray that this works. We finally have the right one. So it should just, there's a little plug right here. You just pop that sucker in there and it should find its happy little hole here. I actually don't want to get rid of this car. I know I say that about all of them. Look at that. There we go. I know I say that about all of them, but I really don't want to get rid of this one. And I'll tell you what, there's a few cars that I have that I'm going to be getting rid of. They're going to go for nothing. Like, if I could, I would rather give them away, but I can't. I can't give them away because I gotta have my dealer's license, my retail license before I can do anything like that with these cars. With that said, I do have a Corvette convertible that I bought for like 10 grand on the 25th of October. It was supposed to be here already and it never showed up. And when I got a hold of the people today to say, where's my Corvette? Because that is supposed to be the first giveaway car on the channel. Like, this is a collaboration I'm doing with a company I'm not going to disclose yet. But this is going to be the first giveaway on the channel, I think, unless I find something else. And of course, something happened to it. They said that it didn't start. It wouldn't run, so they had to send it to the shop. But they are fixing it for me, and they'll keep me in the loop, let me know what's going on. So this one, I think this would have been a great giveaway car. Seriously, I don't have much money into it, and I'm not going to get anything out of it. Unfortunately, these cars bring nothing, guys. Nobody wants these. It's the same thing with the BMW M5, BMW M6. The 650s are the same way. Even though they're great cars, there's just too much liability here. These cars, and when they run and drive like they're supposed to, they're great. Unfortunately, almost anything and everything that breaks is going to cost you a fortune. And this one is in rough shape. It's got like new tires, got cold air conditioning, convertible top works, lights and signals all work, but, you know, the body's got some scuffs and scratches. If we did a detail on the car, I mean, the car will come right back. The car would really clean up, and it drives like an absolute beast, and it's got the right color interior too. It's kind of, I don't know what color that is, but it's got the right color interior. But another common thing with these BMWs, the dashboards love to crack. And this one certainly cracked. This one's kind of rough, guys. It's kind of rough. Got 145,000 miles on the odometer, which is why I thought this would probably be a great car to either give away or if I could just sell to the public. I could sell this so cheap. Like, truthfully, I'd sell this car for maybe $3 grand. Maybe $3 grand. At the dealer auction, I'm going to tell you what this car would bring me. It's probably, on a good day, going to be $1,500. Maybe, and I'm talking like on its best day, because the top does work and it does have new tires and cold air and it does run great. There are no warning lights on the dash. Believe it or not, no, it's not because I cleared the codes. This car has no warning lights on the dash. It doesn't leak anything. It's not the prettiest, cosmetically speaking, but mechanically, this one is in really good condition. On a good day, $2 grand. But most likely, this thing's going to bring about $1,500 at auction, and that's stupid. That's stupid cheap for what this car is, man. This is so much fun. But it's time to let it go. It's time to let a ton of these cars go. So stay tuned. We'll have a video where we're going to go through each of the cars, and I'm going to show you what we're keeping and what we're getting rid of. This bolts on with just a few little nuts. These are teeny tiny, like little 8 millimeters. And then there's some clips we got to put this back piece on. I think we got some screws that hold this back cover on, and that's all there is to it. And that is going to be a wrap for this car. And then we're moving over to the Cadillac because, as you guys know, I love my General Motors, man. I actually took this Cadillac home. I drove this personally for a few days, and I absolutely loved it. Then I brought it down here, I parked it, and I never drove it again. And it's been sitting under a tree pretty much ever since. It's got that pearlescent paint, and unfortunately, it's got just mold and mildew, and I'm going to have to clean this up. I'm going to have to drag out the pressure washer tomorrow, and I'm going to really hit several of these cars and get them cleaned up. The interior is still in beautiful condition. I mean, it needs vacuumed. But aside from that, like, the interior of this car is beautiful. North Star engine. Everybody's scared of them. Everybody's afraid of North Stars. This is like an what year is this? 09? I can't remember. This is an 8 of 08. This is an 08. So by this time, they had the head bolt issues resolved. So this car is not affected by that. Oh, wow. Yeah. All right. So I'll need to clean this up. Like I said, it was sitting under a tree. And it's been sitting for months, guys. I mean, aside from starting it up and moving it to mow and then moving it right back, this car has not moved at all. This one also has good tires, runs and drives great, cold air conditioning, and, oh no, I've got door trim coming off. This one has heated and air conditioned seats, heated steering wheel. By today's standards, it's not very fancy, but I'm telling you, for back in this day, man, in 08, that was pretty spiffy. Ooh, look at this. Yeah, I got to clean these cars up, man. And this is another one that I almost hate that we're even going to do any work on it. I hate that I spent any money on it because this bumper cost me. This is the worst part of the car, right here. Clean title, by the way. That's a clean title. This is a clean title. Almost everything I have is clean title now. This car got a little like fender bender right here. It busted up the bumper. Somebody patched it up with something and then painted over it with house paint. This is like, they didn't do any prepping. They just painted over it with house paint. So it looks like crap. There is a little ding right here. I'm not even messing with that. A little scrape right there. I'm not messing with that. But I did get a new bumper. It should be the same color. And that's the other thing we're going to do in this video is get this bumper off and get it replaced. I hate that I'm going to be getting rid of this car and getting nothing out of it. And that I'm doing work on it and that we're going to be cleaning it and everything. When I send this one to auction, hell, this may go this Thursday too. We'll see how many cars she can handle. But I hate letting this one go because this is another one that just doesn't bring any money at the dealer auctions. This is a car, honest to God, on a good day would bring $1,500. Realistically, something like this, it might bring $1,000. So it may be better to list some of these like that one with no reserve, this one with no reserve. That'll bring the most bids. Also, going to be getting rid of the Harley Davidson as well. I need to put that bag piece in, the frame that straightens out this bag. Maybe we can do that in this video. I don't know. It only takes a couple minutes. None of this stuff is a big deal. None of it's going to take a whole lot of time. So let me get a light. Let me get over here and let's start buttoning up the back of the BMW. And just like that, the BMW is finished, aside from sitting here the rest of the night. I got the plastic trim panel back in. Everything is put back together. She looks happy. The only thing I got left is the carpet and this little mat that goes over the battery, where the spare tire would normally go. But I'm going to leave it open. Battery's disconnected. I got vice grips holding up the trunk. So we're just going to let this thing charge overnight. By tomorrow, this thing should be ready to go. As it turns out, after letting all of these cars sit for the last, 6 months or so, batteries have started going dead on them. And this is one. The other BMW is another one. I've got a total of 6 cars that the batteries just died in. They're still good. They'll charge right back up. But yeah, we gotta get those batteries charged up. So I'm going to put 3 cars on charge tonight, and then tomorrow I'll do another 3. Let's open up this one, and let's see what it's going to take to pull the bumper off on this Cadillac. There we go. God, I love this car. I really do. This is such a great car. One of those, people are just scared of them, you know? Rightfully so. I understand why people are scared of them. I do. It just, it sucks because this car is not one of the cars you need to be worried about. And it's such a good one. All right, let's pull this out too. Let's just move all this stuff out of the way here. Ooh, easy. Don't want to scratch up my granddaddy's Jawa scooter there. All right, so to get this bumper off, are those brand new windshield wipers back there? Hey, what is this? Oh, no, somebody decided to save one of the old ones. That makes sense, just in case, right? I still think this was probably an older person's car. Boy, oh boy. Let's bring the light down here and see if there's anything that we got to get to in here. Hopefully we don't have to take all of this off, but it wouldn't surprise me one bit if we do. Looks like there's just a couple. Yeah, these just screw off. Same thing up here, just screws off. I don't know that we need to take this out. But let's just be real, guys. we're probably gonna have to take it out. That one's already missing. There's another one up there, and there's a couple clips. One right here, and what do we got? Is that it? There we go. Come on, pop out. Just grab them and pull them out, throw them to the side. Same thing over here, just kind of pull it out, and there we go. Now, because I'm pulling this out first, we'll find out that we don't have to. There we go. It's just my experience, 9 times out of 10, when you're taking off a bumper, the plastic piece in the back there's got to come off too. So now it's off. And guess what? I don't see. I don't see anything to do with the bumper. All right. Yeah. You're kidding me. Really? Well, we were missing this piece, so we took it out for nothing. Yeah, we took it out. We took it out for nothing. Never fails, man. Never fails. That's fine. There will be clips. Yeah. There will be clips back here, and I guarantee there's going to be some under it. So why don't we do this? Let's get this thing up in the air a little bit. We also got the sensors underneath it. I'm really surprised that we don't have to take anything out from inside the trunk. Let's get this thing up in the air a little bit, and let's see what we got to do to get this bumper off. All right, I've taken all the clips out from both sides, but they're still stuck on there, which means we've got a screw or bolt probably way up there that's holding things on. We also have some clips here. We got more clips here. And the way I get these clips off is I take a flathead screwdriver and just kind of get it under it, and I start prying on it to get it out a little bit. Then I've got a trim tool here, and I just get that in there and just kind of pull, and the whole thing comes out. Try not to lose them, because you're gonna need these clips again, so set them out of the way. I'm gonna wash, rinse, and repeat. We'll get these off, and then we'll see what else we got holding this bumper onto the car. We got these right here for the wires that go to the lights. I assume those may come off. Maybe they don't. Maybe they just unplug. We probably need to take a look at the other bumper to get a better idea of what all is actually holding this thing on. All right, I don't think this is gonna, I shouldn't say it, but I don't think this is gonna be too difficult. As all bumpers do, there's that one teeny tiny, it's like a 7mm on this one, that sticks right up through here. The trick to getting those out is to get your fender liner loose first, and then there's a cutout. You see this cutout right here where this flap fits? That cutout works perfectly to get you a little extension and a deep 7 in there and get those out. Now, this is where my next problem came out. I was like, wait a minute, it's not coming out. And typically, bumpers clip. Once you get all the little plastic clips, they have like these clips around the side. You pop them out, and the bumpers just kind of fall off. This one ain't doing that. So I had to pull in the other bumper. And what I found is if we can turn this on here, we have, voila, bolts. You can clearly see, get over here. Hold on, guys, there you go. You got one back there, one there, and one there. So there's 3. Obviously got the same 3 on the other side. So we did need to take that off. I told you, I knew we had to take it off. And then on top of that, I found there's more bolts holding this thing on. I was like, where are they? They're right here. Can you see them? There's 1, there's 2, there's probably another one over there. There's 1 over here, and there's another one hiding in here as well. There's 4. So you got 3 on this side, 3 on this side, 4 back here. Now here's the beauty of it. The bumper after this, it just comes off as one assembly. Take a look at this one. This is honestly kind of beautiful how they did it. I'm really proud of General Motors. All the lights, remember I thought we needed to take off the license plate lights, and then you got the backup sensors. No. Look at this. It's all part of this one harness right here. Just unclips. So you got your tiny bolt there, the one that you really got to kind of fight to get to. Once you get that, you got 1, 2, 3. Then you got tiny one, 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 going through those little holes that I showed you. And that's it. And the wiring harness stays fully intact with the crash bar, the little crash bar support, the padding stays with it. And these clips that we took out, you don't need to take those out. Those three, those can stay in. The whole bumper just slides off. Super freaking easy, man. Again, I shouldn't be saying that because inevitably something's going to grow. But I just don't think so. This is great, man. I'm absolutely loving this. Unless we got to take the taillights out, which, what are there, 3? Yeah, another 3. Looks like 3 bolts to hold those on. We may have to take taillights out. I don't think so, though, guys. I think once we take all these little, they look like 10s. Yeah, once we take all these little 10s out, I think this bumper is going to slide off. The new one's going to be ready to slide in. Now, I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, but I really think this thing's going to slide off. There is going to be the issue with that connector on the other side. I don't know how I'm going to get to it just yet. Could I just take the bumper off and see what happens? Or should I try to get under the car and disconnect it beforehand? I think this bumper... Oh, yeah, she's done. She's done. Yeah, she's ready. But again, we got that connector. We got all kinds of stuff. There we go. Okay, now we should be able to get to the connector that's holding... Yeah, there it is right there. We just got to undo it. And then I think this whole thing just pops right off. The new one slides right back in. Surely it can't be that easy. I mean, it really should be that easy. Down we go. We got all kinds of things making noise there. What's going on? What are we hung up on? This plastic thing? Like what? What is the deal here, man? This thing should just pop right off. It's like there's something... We got something still holding on down here. I don't know what it is. Clips? Let's go look at this other bumper. There's something hanging around to the bottom. 1, 2. Son of a gun. We got more push pins in there. That I didn't see. All right. I told you. I knew it wasn't going to be that easy. Let me slide this back on, and then we'll try to... I can see where they're hanging up. One right there, and then one over there. All right, figured it out. There are 2 of them. Oh, and they're kind of... Where are they? At the end, right there. By the muffler tips. There's one there. And then there's another one right there on the other side. And that should be everything holding this bumper on. She should just... There we go. What's holding you on? Why are you still holding on? There we go. All right, easy. There she goes. Just like that. All right. Now we just take this bumper and we throw it in this garbage can. We hope they take it. This dumpster has been a blessing for me, guys, because before I had nowhere to throw all of my my big parts. Now we just kind of, let's see. Hold on, guys. There we go. Just like that. What are you talking about? I didn't see nothing. There you go. See? What bumper? What are you guys talking about? What bumper? There's no bumper. Perfect. All right. Now we're cooking with grease, guys. Perfect, man. This is good. It's good. You ever see Bruce Almighty? All right. Well, I'm going to need both hands for this, but now we're going to find out if this bumper is the right color. I never checked. I ended up driving something like 4 hours to get this damn bumper, and paid good money for it too. So if it's not the right color, that is totally on me, and there's no refund. So to get it back on, see all these little dowels? Just line all these bad boys up. Get them in there. Start with whichever one you want to start with. And then just kind of guide the rest of them. Oh, there we go. Just like that. Yeah, something like that. How's that look? Hell, guys, that is the right color. Looks great. Looks great. Yeah. Look at perfect match. Man. I'm so happy. Yeah, I don't know why either. I'm so happy. And these little dents in here, what's crazy is you can actually get to them from right here. I can feel them right here. If you had a PDR guy, you could probably straighten most of that out. Let's pull this one up too. Just try to get everything situated about where it belongs. How's that? Not too shabby. Again, it's another one of those deals where it's a happy moment to finally see this car going back together, because she's a good one. She is. I mean, I say that about all my cars, but that's because most of them really are just good cars. But this is a good one. It ain't going to bring any money. I'm going to end up losing money on this and practically giving it away. And I would rather, honestly, I'd rather give this away to somebody than to have to sell it for next to nothing. It just makes no sense to me. Okay, well, you know what I got to do? I got to bolt all this stuff back together and hook up a wire connector. And then we'll check and make sure our lights work. Make sure we don't have any error messages for our sensors. And after that, I'll probably try to fix the bag on this Harley real quick, or at least make that bag look a little bit better, because like I said, all this stuff has got to go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? All we got left is those two clips on the bottom, and then we're gonna fire it up, make sure everything is good. Paint match, absolutely perfect. I didn't have to polish or anything, guys. No more cracks, no more issues at all. She looks good. Looks like it belongs there. I guess it was worth it. It was worth it, because somebody's going to end up buying this car for nothing. I know what's going to happen. Like, obviously, a dealer is going to buy this car. I'll clean it up. As you can see, everything is back together. I'll clean it up. A dealer is going to pay $1,000, maybe $1,500 for it. They're going to turn around. They're going to put this thing up for sale for $39.95. You know what I mean? Somebody's gonna make a killing. Let's get it up in the air. I guess we might as well take a look underneath it. We've never seen underneath this car before. Let's take a look underneath it. I'll button up that bumper real quick on the bottom. And then I guess we could take her out for a little test drive. Just see how she does. Hey, stop. Remember, this car hasn't been on the road. It hasn't been driven in, well, it's been months and months and months, guys. I drove it a couple days after I first bought it. And then it's only been moved for mowing, and that's it. And that's a wrap, guys. Everything is buttoned up exactly the way it's supposed to be. I'm showing you this so you can see for yourself. I didn't miss not a single clip. All right, not a single clip. Every clip, every screw, every nut, every bolt is reinstalled. And I'm going to tell you something. Under this car looks freaking phenomenal. Oh, it's not a saddle tank, but that tank looks like a lot of fun to get out, doesn't it? It's got air suspension. I didn't even realize this had, I should have, it's a Cadillac, but I did not realize this thing had air suspension. There's your evap. So far, everything looks easy to work on this car until you get to the front. And I already see a couple little drips on the ground there. I ain't trying to hide nothing. It's a North Star, guys. It's gonna leak. That's just all there is to it. Let's see what we got over here. Boots look good. Suspension looks great. Even the sway bar bushings look good. I mean, seriously. It's a little damp under here. We got some drippage maybe on the rack. No. It's valve cover gaskets. I can see it dripping. You guys won't be able to see up there. No, you guys aren't going to be able to see up there. Looks like the majority of the leaks that I'm seeing are valve cover related. I mean, it is really dripping off this valve cover. I thought this was a leak on the rack right here. It's not. That's oil coming from directly above it and dripping down. So, is it the same thing over here? Yeah, it's wet up there too. Let me see if I can get you guys. I can't. As small as this camera is, I cannot get you guys up there. I just can't do it. Over here, we have leaks, and typically these leak from the mid-seal, but I don't see anything leaking from the mid-seal. It actually looks like it's leaking from the oil pan itself. But it's not horribly bad or anything. I don't think we've got a rear main leak. Like, nothing is pouring onto the ground or anything like that. It's just, you know, it's an old car. Very old car, actually. And she's going to have a few leaks, guys, but I don't see anything that's concerning me. A few little drips off the bottom of the oil pan there. That's it. You got your hydraulic motor mounts there. What an interesting design, man. I think Cadillac did great with these cars. It's got tires that are like new. They're Michelins all the way around. They match. And it's a solid running and driving car. So now that I got it all the way back together, I guess we'll drop her down off the lift. And before we take her for a ride, let's try to, I got to see if I can address this saddlebag real quick, because that saddlebag is absolutely killing the look of the bike. The bike looks naked without them, but honestly, if I can't make it look better than that, I'm tempted to take the bags off the bike completely. I'm gonna let you guys tell me what you think. This is the saddlebag that was not damaged. That's how it looks naturally. It's not perfect either, you know, age. But the other one was trash. The other one was so bad. Now take a look at it and tell me what you think. Hey, this one was totally collapsed and falling in on itself. Now look at it. I mean, again, not perfect, but considering where it came from and what it looked like, man, that steel reinforced brace did wonders on this. It was really simple. 2 bolts is all that holds it in. I could put this one on the other side. It doesn't need it though, so I'm not going to. But it basically just bolts in right where the saddlebag already bolts. You have to remove a couple washers and throw them away because of the thickness of this metal. But you just put it in, and it creates a brace around the top edge of the saddlebag. And there you go. You've got most of your shape back in it. It looks good. It does. The damn bike. It actually looks pretty... I'm happy with it. I need to take it out and actually ride it for a little bit. That's what I need to do. And then I need to get rid of it before I fall in love. Same thing with this Cadillac. We're going to take it out. We're going to drive it real quick. BMW. We can't do anything with it. Battery's disconnected and needs to charge. Let me grab my Cadillac keys. Let's see if remote start works. Yes. If I didn't have like 20 cars, man, I would hold on to this one. Like, it's a good looking car, I promise you. We give this thing a wash. I'm gonna have to come out here tomorrow and really spray some cars down. You give this thing a wash, that car is gonna clean up nice, and it drives so well. BMW, yeah, battery is still stone cold dead on that one. That's gonna be an all-nighter. I gotta move this one out. Let's take it for a quick ride. We're gonna move this one out because I gotta bring another one. I gotta find another one of my cars out here. It's got a dead battery. So we'll put this back. We'll bring the booster pack with us. And I gotta bring in one of the other cars with a dead battery so we can put it on charge all night. And then I can go home, and tomorrow I'll come out here and I will have 3 cars that previously had dead batteries fully charged and ready for the auction on Thursday. And if they don't sell at that auction, then I guess I can throw them through Copart, man. It's no big deal. Let me buckle up, guys. We're gonna get on the road. I ought to drive this one home, honestly. I wonder if the wipers work. Ooh, boy. Those have not been used in a long time. They work though, they do. They need to get reacquainted with the windshield again, but they work. We do have one light on the dash on this car, and that is, and I forgot about it, it's the TPMS light. I checked the sensors and it's got no readings on any of the 4 tires, so obviously all 4 of the TPMS sensors are dead. This does have hot heat, cold air conditioning, hot heated seats, heated steering wheel, air conditioned seats as well. I mean, for an old car, man, she's pretty loaded and a banging. Oh man, Mama, I'm coming home. Damn it, Ozzy. All right. Oh, I was already in reverse. That helps. Okay, backup sensors appear to be working because I don't have any dings or beeps going on. Let's make sure we can get out of here. Ooh, easy. Easy. There we go. No taps, no knocks, no funny noises, nothing. We're going to close this door. And, she's just quiet. Backup sensors are working. They work. I figured they would. Why wouldn't they? I don't have a tag or anything on this, but that's fine. I remember when I got this car. I don't remember what I paid for it. It's been so long ago. Oh, look at that. I love the old GM stuff, man. I really do. Yeah, I don't remember what I paid for this car. It wasn't a whole lot, but the price of the bumper and then having to drive hours to go get it, that kind of sucked. But I want to drive this home. I really do. I want to drive this home. I might take it home tonight. I've got my truck. I really don't need it. And this thing is so smooth and quiet. There's your brights. It's got the high intensity discharge headlights. I'm really surprised after this car's been sitting in the dirt for so long. Smooth as silk. I can't remember if the cruise control works. We're going to try that out here in just a second. Oops, I just hit it's the wrong button. Cruise control. Oh, there it is. Okay, I see it. All right, let's get her up to speed. Speed limit is 65. Effortless, man. Effortless. Cruise control is... Oh, that's heated seats. Hold on. Cruise control is set. There we go. And as you can see, the only light on the dash is the TPMS light over there. It's so quiet. It's hard to believe. It is so quiet and so comfortable. A lot of people make fun of American cars, especially luxury cars. You'll hear a lot of trash talk from BMW owners and Mercedes owners. And I'm telling you, man, Cadillac has always been... They've always been up there, man. Always. They may have been lacking a little bit in the 90s. But Cadillac has always been an innovative brand. Front-wheel drive V8, man. Cadillac was doing that long ago. Guys, Cadillac was doing that in the 70s. Oh, there's like 10 deer on the side of the road there. This Northstar engine really was legendary when it first came out. This is an engine that they prided themselves on being able to overheat because the engine had a cylinder deactivation. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Northstars, they do have a cylinder deactivation, not like they do today where it's for saving gas. It was actually to save the engine in the event of overheating. It's like when they built the Northstar, they knew there was something wrong with it, and they they built in a fail-safe for it because they knew it was inevitable, right? They knew those head bolts were going to pull out, man. I'm telling you, they knew something was going on with those head bolts. So one of the things you could see in the advertising back in the day is they'd show you that you could overheat a Northstar engine and drive something like 50 miles overheated, and the engine would still be okay. Unless it pulled the head bolts, then it wasn't okay to begin with. But the cylinder deactivation would allow the engine to selectively disable and re-enable cylinders to cool the engine with air. It turned the engine into basically an air pump to cool down the overheated engine. Absolutely ingenious technology, man. Really, Cadillac was ahead of the time back then. And even today, 2025, I can roll around in an old executive Cadillac and feel like I'm driving a relatively modern car, and that's because it handles so well. It's so quiet, so refined, and so comfortable. And guys, you guys know I've got a lot of cars. I've got new cars. I've had all kinds of really nice new cars. So I mean, I can actually speak on this, and it's not like I have to lie to you, because none of you are going to buy this car anyway, right? So I mean, I'm not selling the car to you, so it doesn't matter. I'm telling you, as somebody that's had a lot of really nice newer cars, six-figure cars, that driving around in this old Cadillac really does still feel like a luxury experience. And we made it to the 5 mile mark. I mean, guys, I already know this car inside now, man. Like I said, I drove it home and I drove it around for a couple of days. So, but after a car's been sitting for 6 months, it really is difficult to say what a car is going to do. But this one's solid. It's solid. Even the suspension going over all these bumps. It's just quiet. It's so quiet. This, I can't keep it. I'm really, I think I have a hoarding problem with cars. I really do. And I know a lot of people on YouTube like to make jokes about, oh, I'm a hoarder of cars, but like, I have a hard time letting go of good deals. That's what it really comes down to. When I find a good deal on a car, and it turns out to be a decent car when I'm done with it, I don't want to get rid of it. I truly do not want to let the car go, because for me, it's like, man, this was a great deal. Maybe I could use this someday. Truth is, though, when you have 20 cars, you're never, that day's never coming. All right, that day is never coming. Why would I need so many cars? Why do I need to hold on to cars? Because someday it might be worth using again. It would be better off just letting these damn things go to somebody that's going to actually use them. Even if that means I got to take a loss, even if it means I got to give them away in some cases. It's better to just let them go. Let them be used by somebody that can actually use them, rather than me hoarding them. They sink into the ground, and eventually rats, mice, squirrels, God knows whatever else gets into them, you know? And the cars eventually end up just being worthless. All right, guys, I think we all know how this story is going to end. I will see you guys back at the house. And we have made it back to the house. And I got to figure out where the hell I'm parking this. I'm going to park it right here. Park it right up front, because tomorrow I do have to clean this thing up. I got to spray it down, and I could drive this home. I'm actually debating it. I could drive this home. This is way more comfortable than my truck. A lot of you may not understand that. My truck is a 3/4 ton, and when I tell you it is not a comfortable truck, it's just very bumpy, very bouncy. This thing is fire, man. I really enjoy driving this car. We got a little smoke. Remember, valve cover leaks. Yeah, we had a little bit of smoke there. Like I said, it doesn't matter, because none of you guys are going to be the ones to buy this car anyway, which is kind of a shame. I think this could be a good car for somebody. You do the valve cover gaskets, I think you'll solve the majority of the oil leak issues that we have. Purrs like a kitten. Yeah, I hate to see this one go. It's time, though. It's time. These cars got to move on, man. Got to move on. Somebody could be using these instead of them being just sitting here in my yard. And even if they do only bring, you know, $1,000 or whatever, auto headlights, yeah. Even if they only bring like $1,000 or whatever the case may be, I mean, that's still money in my pocket. And at this point, I'd rather have a few dollars in my pocket than these cars just sitting out here in my yard. So what should I drive home? The Cadillac, the Caprice. This is another one that's going down the road, my Chevy Caprice. The 67 Camaro that is just glass, guys. This car looks like glass. Oh, you know, I've never driven the 79 DeVille home. That's... I would actually love to drive this car home. I might drive this one. I might actually drive the 79 DeVille home. The battery's dead on it, but I don't really drive the Charger anymore. The Corvette's dead as a doornail right where it sets. So I got some thinking to do. I think I'm going to drive the DeVille. I do. I think I'm going to drive the 79 DeVille. Anyway, before we get out of here, I got something new today, and I wanted to show it. Some of you guys and gals may be into timepieces like I am, and I just got my third Rolex. This just came in today, and I'm actually winning a Kermit as well. But this, I didn't even know this watch existed. I guess it's not a very popular watch, and I don't know why. This is the Yachtmaster, not the Yachtmaster 2, but like the OG Yachtmaster right here. It's got the sunburst blue dial, platinum bezel, and then obviously really polished stainless in the center. All the center links are nice and high polished steel. Look at the curves on this thing. I just got this thing today, man. Absolutely beautiful. And look at the blue. That blue just pops. You got to see it in the sunlight though. In the sunlight, that blue is absolutely incredible. Hopefully, by the end of tomorrow, I have a Kermit / Starbucks. I don't know. Some people call them Starbucks. Some people call them Kermits. But I'd love to get my hands on the. It's a 41 date Kermit, and I'm currently winning it for like $13.5, which I think is a really good deal. Anyway, if you're into watches / timepieces, there you go, man. Absolutely phenomenal watch, man. I love watches. I do. Like I've always been obsessed with time. In case you can't tell, I've got clocks everywhere here. I've got the same in Terre Haute, Indiana, and I've got the same at my house up in the city as well. So I'm going to get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button and let me know. Jason, if you're watching the video, man, I just wanted to say what's up and hi to you. Hope you're having a good time up in the big city. And this is just for Jason because nobody else will probably get it. Go Hurricanes. With that said, everybody, hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed the content. Consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.